Okay, 91 or 92? Anybody any doubt?
No doubt.
No doubt. Okay. Up to 95?
Sir, 95.
No.
Okay, down it is written add score, maybe answer is not there, that's why. But let us see, I think we already discussed something correctly. How to do it? Oh, these are all odd numbers. What is there here? 1 square plus 2 into 5 square. That's 3 square plus 2 into 7. I think we can separate, right? Okay. 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus 7 square. That is separate. 2 into 5 square, 2 into 7 square, 2 into 9 square separate. 2 times 5 square plus 7 square plus 9 square, so on. And let SN with the sum of first n terms. And S20 they want sum of first 20 terms, so it is easy now. Okay. So we want sum of 20 terms means in this 10 terms and in this 10 terms, right? Okay. How will you find this sum of squares of odd numbers? Okay. Sigma k equal to 1 to n. Let us take as 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square, and nth term will be 2n minus 1 whole square. That will be sigma 4n square minus 4n plus 1. That is 4 into sigma n square formula, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Minus 4n means 4 sigma n is n into n plus 1 by 2 plus n. Okay. We can use that itself as a formula. We can simplify it. Put n equal to 10 here, we will get this sum. If you want this sum, again you have to find general nth term here and do it, or you can add 1 square plus 3 square and subtract and consider up to 12 terms. Put n equal to 12 here and subtract 10, which is 1 square plus 3 square. Multiply 2 and add to this. Okay. I'm not simplifying the answer, but is it okay?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what the correct answer and which is missing here. Up to 98, any other doubt?
96, sir.
96, okay. We have to find first of all what is the general term. So we have 9, 12, 15. So the previous one should be 6 into 1 square plus 2 square. So 6 into 1 square plus 2 square and down is 5. And the previous to that, if this is 6 here, you should have 3 here. 3 into 1 square by 3. So the first two terms I am readjusting it. 9 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 by 7. Okay. So from here onwards, everything is given neatly, but they give 6 here, 1 here. By looking at the pattern of the rest of the terms, you understand this should be the second term. But number 6 can be readjusted, number 3 can be readjusted. Now you can understand what is nth term. 3, 6, 9 means nth term will be 3n. This will be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, so on up to n square. 3, 5, 7 means it will be 2n plus 1. Okay. And what is this formula? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6, and this is 2n plus 1. This 2n plus 1 and this 2n plus 1 I can cancel. This and this will cancel. It is actually n square. I can even split it and write n cube plus n square by 2. Okay. Now sigma of this we can find, which is sigma n cube plus sigma n square by 2. So this is the nth term. This is sum of n terms. Find formula here, simplify it, and then put n equal to 15. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, up to 100. Anybody any doubts? Okay, so you have quite a few questions of this type where the question nth time may look a little complicated, but nth time itself will have to use sigma n square, those formulas, and simplify it. So all are like that, but especially 96, 99, and 100. Okay, 101 or 102. Any doubt?
101.
101.
Okay, 101. We know this formula, but we did not use it so much, is because most of them are known progressions. If Sn is known, how will you find a Tn? It is Sn minus 1. Okay, but we did not use it so much. But here we need to, because what they gave is sigma phi k is Sn only, sum of n terms. That is phi of 1 plus phi of 2, so on up to phi of n. If not only phi of n, you have to use this formula. So phi of n, yes, please.
Sir, how you know that the term is in APs?
I am not saying that in AP. Who said it is AP? This is true for any progression. AP, GP, some unknown progression also AGP. It is true for everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Sn they gave 2n by n plus 1, I think. So Sn minus 1 will be 2 into n minus 1 by n. When I simplify, it is 2 into n square minus 1 by n plus 1 into n. N square will cancel. It is 2 by n plus 1 into n. Now they want a reciprocal of that. So that will be n into n plus 1 by 2, which you can write n square plus n by 2 sigma. Okay. If we want, not that every time this idea will come, but this is 1 by phi of n. This is, by the way, n plus 1 C2. N into n plus 1 by 2 is n plus 1 C2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if you put n equal to 1, it is 2C2 plus 3C2. If they want up to 15C2, they want up to 10. So it will be so on up to 11C2. You know, according to that hockey sticks rule, that it is at 12C3. 12 into 11 into 10 by 6. Sorry, you cannot see it. It's okay. Now it is 220 or something like that. If you don't realize it is this way, not a problem. Sigma n square plus sigma n by 2 also, you'll get the same answer. 220 is that? Yes. Okay. So this 101 is that formula that we used. 102. Anybody any doubt?
No.
No.
Directly looking at the question, whether we got idea or not, we don't know. But I think statement 2 will give an idea how to proceed with statement 1. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, up to 105.
Sir, 105.
Okay. What is the general term? Sigma 48, 47 means 49 minus T. 49 minus K. By 234 means K plus 1 into K plus 2. Where K is changing from 1 to 48. Okay, they want this sigma K equal to 1 to 48. This one. This is basically like partial fraction. So I'm going to split K equal to 1 to 48. I want to check back. Yes, everything is fine. Now, if I want to use partial fractions, write a by k plus 1, b by k plus 2, let me see what are those a, b values. When I put k equal to -1, I'll get 50 by 1. So it is 50 by k plus 1. When I put -2, it is 51 by -1. So minus 51 times k plus 2. If you want, you can check 50k minus 51k is minus k. 100 minus 51 is 49. Everything is good. When I expand this, I'll get 50 into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4, so on up to 1 by 14. When I expand this, minus 51 times 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4, so on up to 1 by 50. Okay. But what is the answer? They want up to, they want 1 by 1 to 1 by 50. Okay. So here 1 by 1, 1 by 50 are missing. Here 1 by 1, 1 by 2 are missing. Whichever is missing, let us add and subtract. So this I am going to write 50 times 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2, so on up to 1 by 50. But 1 by 1 and 1 by 50 are missing. So minus 50 times 1 by 1 plus 1 by 50. For this, minus 51 times 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2, so on up to 1 by 50. The first two are missing. I have to add 51 times 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2. Okay. So this set is that 50 times here minus 51 times. So together it will be minus 1 time. What about this and this? If I take this inside, it will be minus 50 plus 1, minus 49. Let me write even that. That one is minus 50 minus 1. This one plus 51 plus 51 by 2. And these two together is minus of 1 time 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2, so on up to 1 by 50. This minus 51 plus 51 got cancelled. So you got 51 by 2 minus all this. This 51 is your k now. So main thing is finding the nth term or kth term and doing partial fractions, and then so not necessarily method of differences, but we are getting some reciprocals of natural numbers. Is it okay? 105?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One not 6. Anybody any doubt? Already discussed in advanced material and denominators are in AP what to do. We write numerator as difference of first and last term. Up to 109.
108.
108. The sum of the first 15 terms of the series. What series it is that difference are in AP. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when difference are in AP, what to do?
Sir.
Oh. Is it okay if you want me to write what I
That much only one.
Okay. So 3 plus 7 plus 14 plus 24 plus 37, so on. Whenever difference are in AP, the method to do, there are two ways to look at it. You can write first term as 3. Second term, you write first term plus whatever is extra, 3 plus 4. Third term is 3 plus 4 plus 7. Fourth term is 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10. Okay. So instead of writing 24, I'm writing like this. Instead of writing 14. Okay. So write second term as first term plus whatever you need to be extra. Write third term as how you wrote the second term plus whatever need to be extra, so on. What you will realize is your nth term itself is one AP. Okay. Except the first number. 4, 7, 10, the gaps are 3, but not the first one. Okay, 3 is not participating in that. So when you are writing your nth term, it is 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10, so on up to not n terms, up to n minus 1 terms only. Because this 3 is not participating in AP. 4, 4, 7, 10, they are AP. In fourth term, we have only 3 terms of the AP part. If somebody wants to bring this 3 also into the picture, according to this AP, the previous term of 4 would have been 1. You can write 3 as 2 plus 1. You can also write 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10, so on up to n terms. Right here, somebody can write this 3 as 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1 plus 4, 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 7, 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10. This is one term of AP, these are 2 terms of AP, these are 3 terms of AP, these are 4 terms of AP. Like that, these are n terms. So that itself gives the sum of n terms formula n by 2 into 2a, 2 times 1 plus n minus 1 into common difference 3. We have to simplify. You can take the total LCM if you required. 2 to the 4 plus this is 3n, which is 3n square, and 2 minus 3 minus 1, so which is minus n by 2. Once we got nth term, sigma formula, sigma n square, you know, Sn is sigma Tn, you can use that. Sigma n square, sigma 4 means 4n by 2. Is this okay? How to find nth term?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another method is, whenever the numbers are in AP, not this, normal numbers are in AP, the nth term will be a linear expression in terms of n. That is, it will be some number into n plus some constant. Whenever the difference are in AP, your nth term will be a quadratic, you can see that. Because your nth term itself will be sum of n terms of an AP, which is a quadratic in terms of n. Without all that, you can take let Tn equal to an square plus bn, sorry, a into n square plus b into n plus c. It's a quadratic. If you know ABC, your job is done. How to find ABC? Use first 3 data, form 3 equations. First term 3 should be a plus b plus c. Second term 7 should be 4a plus 2b plus c. And third term is 14, which is 9a plus 3b plus c. I kept n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 2. Okay. Solve these 3. I'm sure you will get a equal to 3 by 2, b equal to minus of, c equal to 2. Put that back. Okay. Then you will know nth term and then sigma Tn. You will get this one and do sigma T. Okay. So normal AP nth term is not a quadratic expression, it is a linear expression in terms of n. But if difference are in AP, it is of this sort. Is it all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to discuss this model. Anyway, good that it came up. But ultimately, all these questions which I kept together is, you know, Tn and you have to do sigma Tn. That's all. Okay. 109. Maybe there is a small typing mistake there. After Sn means sigma r equal to 1 to Tr, there should be one equal to symbol, I think, there.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sn should be n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 into n plus 3. Then here, how will you find Tn? Sn minus Sn minus Sn minus 1 will get Tn, and then you have to do it. Is it okay? 109?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, till last, anybody any doubts?
Sir, 112, sir.
112. Yeah, 112, it should not be here. I don't know where to keep, so I kept here. Actually, in a sense, it belongs to mathematical induction. But you know, mathematical induction, they cannot be asked in an objective exam because mathematical induction cannot create formulas. If they give only LHS and ask RHS, it's not mathematical induction. Even if they give, you can obviously verify than really doing anything. But what is their intention here is the purpose of asking. You know, in mathematical induction, there are 2 parts. You have to prove
Yes,
the statement. The statement is true for n equal to 1, and then later on, if it is true for n equal to k, it is also true for n equal to k plus 1. Okay. Sometimes this will be correct, but this will not be correct. That is, if you assume that it is true for n equal to k, somehow we can prove that it is true for n equal to k plus 1 also. But that doesn't mean the statement is always true, because there is no initial. It is like, dominoes. It is true that when you arrange the dominoes very nicely, one domino if you drop, the rest of the dominoes will fall. Okay. So somebody said, I kept all the dominoes in such a place where if one domino falls, all will fall. And is asked whether all dominoes fell or not. No, because nobody's moved the first domino. So that first domino moving is also required. So here, actual answer is k square, not 3 plus k square. So it is not correct. And n equal to 1 itself is not correct. But you assume that it is true for n equal to k and try to prove for k plus 1, it will come correct. Because in RHS, by adding a constant, only here one extra will come, same constant extra will come. So you will not have any problem. So that is their intention. So option C, it is not right. Okay.
Sir, principle of mathematical induction can be used to prove the formula. That's all the correct one.
It can't be, but where it is can be used to prove the formula, they said.
Oh, okay, sir.
Up to 113, anything else?
No, sir.
111, na? Which one?
Yes, 111.
111, okay, fine. Okay, 111. You can do this question easily if you can little rearrange it and you can see something. What is that? It is integer part of 100 plus 9n by 300 into n equal to 1 to 56. Why I wrote like this is, as long as the numerator is less than 300, this ratio will be less than 1, and integer part of something less than 1 will be 0. Okay. So whether you put n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, it is 0 mostly. Till where it is 0? As long as 100 plus 9n is less than 300.
22.
9n is less than 200. N is less than 200 by 9. 200 by 9 is roughly 22 point
sir.
something. Okay. So first 22 terms are 0 only. As long as n is less than 22 point something. Okay. From n equal to 23 onwards till 56, it is 1 only. One way it may become 2 or 3. No.
56. At 56 it changes, sir.
At 56 it changes. Okay. All right. So let us check for next probability, that 100 plus 9n, when it will be 600 or more, so that it will attain to. Let us know that also. Then 9n should be greater than equal to 500, n should be greater than equal to 500 by 9. This is 9 5s are 45, 50 again, 9 5s are 40, 55 point something. Okay, only at 56 it changes. So for 3 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 55, this integer part is 1. And for not 3, sorry, what is the 20? For n less than up to 22, the integer part is 0. And for after 56, still some number, it will be 2. So first 22 terms are gone. And the next terms are 1 into 23 plus 1 into 24, so on up to 1 into 55. And the last one, I think it is 2 times 56, because the integer part is 2. Because there is only up to 56. If they had asked up to 58 or something, we'll go to work. Anyway, now how to do it? It is an AP except 156. It is an AP. First term. How many terms are there if you want to? Okay. 23 plus 24 plus so on up to 56 plus one more 56. This is an AP. You can find the sum. You'll get it. It's okay.
Yes, sir.
In fact, it is 56 minus 23 is 33 include plus 1, 34 terms. These are 34 terms. In fact, you can use first n by 2 times first time plus last time also. 34 by 2 times 23 plus 56, and then add 56. Okay, in total progressions, anybody want to ask any doubt?
Sir, 110.
110. Pavan, you got the answer right? 110 now?
No, sir, not getting.
Okay. 110, let us expand and see what are the terms. When I put I equal to 1, it is 1 time 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3, so on up to 1 by 20. When I put 2, 2 times 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4, so on up to 1 by 20. When I put 3, 3 times 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4, so on up to 1 by 20. When I put 20 itself, it is only 1 by 20. When I put 19, it is only last two terms 1 by 19 plus 1 by 20. This is a question. So I expanded the whole sigma. When I kept I equal to 1, this whole thing, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4, and I equal to 20. Now I'm going to rearrange this. How many times 1 by 1 is there? Only one time. Only one time 1 by 1. 1 by 2 is there here one time and here two times. I'm going to write 1 plus 2. 1 by 3 here once, here twice, and here thrice. So it is there 1 plus 2 plus 3. 1 by 4 is there 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And finally 1 by 20 is there all the way from 1 to 20. So 1 by 20 is counted 1 plus 2 plus 3, so on up to 20 times. You can see this is a pattern where it is sigma k into, sorry, 1 by k into 1 plus 2 plus 3, so on up to k. K is ranging from 1 by 1 by k is counted this many times. Now this is very easy. Sigma k equal to 1 to 20 k into k plus 1 by 2. K will cancel. Okay. Now it is 1 by 2 times, so 2 plus 3, so on up to 21. You can add 1, subtract 1, then we'll get the answer. Or at least you know these are 20 terms, first time plus last time also. 1 by 2 into 20 by 2 times 2 plus 21. That is 20 into 42 by 2 into 2. 10 into 21, which is 210. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So the question as it is, we cannot find each bracket. It's not possible. But when we rearranged it, this is possible to find. Anything else in total progressions?
Sir, 69.
69. Okay, the last part, anybody else have any doubt? Last 30, 20 questions or something?
Sir, for 110, there is no answer.
110, there is no answer. Is it 1 minute? I wrote anything wrong. 2 plus 21 is how much? 23. I wrote 42. That's a mistake. 1 minute. This is when you put 1, 2. When you put 20, it is 21. To write 23. Okay. 1 minute. 20 by 4 into 23 is 5 into 23, which is 115. Okay. 115 is. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just earlier I wrote here 40. It was some mistake. Now it's fine. Actually, we can make so many questions of this type. In the question, in the beginning, I is there, right? You write I square, you'll get another question. Okay. Like that, we can write what it be. (69) or the length of this. Okay. Basically, sum of two sides of a triangle should be greater than third side. You have to check on that. You can even take common ratio more than one separately, less than one separately, whichever way you want. In fact, you don't have to check for all the three pairs. You can check it and then take the intersection, or sum of the least two sides should be greater than third side, because when greater is involved anyway, it will be greater. Okay. So there is another way to check this. So I have 5, 5r, 5r square. Somebody can check 5 plus 5r is greater than 5r square. 5r plus 5r square should be greater than 5. And 5 plus 5r square should be greater than 5r. Let some answer here, some answer here, some answer here. You can take intersection of all the inequalities. Of course, some inequality may be true for all values of r also. That is one way to check. Another way is I'll take two cases. R greater than 1, R equal to 1, R less than 1, but positive. R equal to 1 is obviously okay because they form equivalent triangle. And R is greater than 1, this is the greatest side. Sum of these two will be greater than this. Sum of these two will be greater than this because it's the greatest side. So you have to take only sum of the least sides to be greater than the greatest side. So 5 plus 5r should be greater than 5r square. I have to check only that, other two are obvious. Okay, now this, if I cancel 5, I'll get r square minus r minus 1 less than 0. When I find the roots of this, I'll be getting 1 plus r minus root 5 by 2. So 1 minus root 5 by 2, 1 plus root 5 by 2. R should be between them, but r should be more than 1. 1 is somewhere here. So we'll get here 1 less than 1 plus root 5 by 2. Here when you take, this is the smallest side and this is the greatest side. So what we need to check here is 5r plus 5r square should be less than 5. That is r square plus r minus 1 less than 0. There the roots are minus 1 plus root 5 by 2, minus 1 minus root 5 by 2, minus 1 minus root 5 by 2, minus 1 plus root 5 by 2. It should be between them and it should be less than 1. 1 is still here. Okay. Root 5 is 2.2, 1.2, 1 is this side. Okay. Is this less than 0 correct? No, this should be greater. Sorry. This should be greater. So we'll get more than this, less than this, but negative is not okay. So we are getting minus 1 plus root 5 by 2 to 1. Okay. So here you got root 5 minus 1 by 2 to 1. Okay. 1 is also okay. And 1 to 1 plus root 5 by 2 is also okay. If we can't take all these things, we'll get root 5 minus 1 by 2 to root 5 plus 1 by 2. Instead of all that, if you check these things, so I'll tell you what will come. You will get minus 1 minus root 5 by 2, 1 minus root 5 by 2, root 5 minus 1 by 2, root 5 plus 1 by 2. This is going to give us basically less than this and minus 1 plus root 5 by 2. I did not write. I wrote, okay. More than this. The other one is going to give you, it should be between them. When you take the intersection, you will get root 5 minus 1 by 2 to root 5 plus 1 by 2. Okay. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it all these three or you can take cases like this? In fact, this is also going to solve. Why? When r is greater than 1, whatever you got answer, when r is less than 1, reciprocal will come because you can replace r with 1 by r also the same question in a sense. Okay. So the reciprocal of root 5 plus 1 by 2 is only root 5 minus 1 by 2 by this. Okay. Because common ratio 1 by 2 is okay. Common ratio 2 also should be okay. In what way? Because you can take a number common. It's okay. Not a Okay. Anyone else has any other doubt? Total progressions. Okay. So how many of you really completed all these things?
Sir, completed.
Completed.
Sir,
Completed, sir.
Let me see in the video. All of you put on your video. Okay. If you completed, just show some thumb or something like that. Raise your hand. Okay, that's nice to see. Quite a few people done. Okay, good. Pavan, you also completed, right?
Yes, sir. Completed.
All right. Okay. For others, as I said already, yeah, sometimes you may be working sincerely, still you maybe could not complete. But to be honest, you have to somehow find a way to do it. Okay. You will study Sunday or you will stop wasting time and spend more time with academics or something. But we cannot spend more than 2 weeks for any topic. It is too much. Okay. We will not be able to revise. And if suddenly NTA announces some dates in February or something, of course, they may cut the syllabus, then accordingly we'll plan what to be taught and all that. Okay. One should not think they may remove progressions, so why to study them. Okay. There is no guarantee what they will remove, what they will not remove. Okay. And it may be removed for mains, but it may be there for advanced. All right. So many factors are there.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, we can't say sir, because all are interlinked now.
Yeah. Some chapters will be using another place. Okay. They may not even call this as progressions. They may call quadratic equations and they can give you. Okay. So many ways are there. So at least clear cut some, let us say they remove complex numbers, for example. Then we may not discuss complex numbers because it doesn't have much relation in a way. When you look at a question, you'll know whether the complex numbers or not. But few questions may not be of like that. Okay. So whatever it is, the CBSE 12th class and AP 12th class chapters are different. Okay. For example, for them, coordinate geometry was there in 11th class itself. The total conic sections, everything. Okay. So if they consider 11th class portion and partly 12th class, they may give conic sections. You cannot neglect it. Okay. So we don't know. So till official clear-cut news comes, don't assume all that. Whatever topics we are told this week, you prepare, wholeheartedly prepare. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we still will continue with the progressions for a few more days because in advanced material, few more questions are not yet discussed. But I don't want to extend it too far because at least 11 working days solid we discussed. In fact, in a regular ASB, we will always keep one home test. Patnaik sir might have talked about it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Generally, for 2 weeks, we teach 2 topics, and at the end of the 2 weeks, a little before the actual exam, we keep all like an advanced paper, 20 questions or so, or 18 or 22, something like that, where we try to cover all concepts in that. Okay. Whether number of questions may not be covered, but all models in that chapter will be mostly covered, the concepts. Okay. For example, in this topic, you have find sum of n terms formula in AP, sum of infinite terms in GP, and sum of n terms in GP, AGP, and arithmetic means and geometric means and harmonic means, and then sigma n and sigma n square and all that, and method of differences. So we try to cover one question on each, so that through that paper at least everything is covered like that. Okay. But I felt without clarifying your doubts and all that, why to give? Actually, I plan to give, but I thought I will not have time to discuss it. But I might try to give Tuesday or something like that. And then another thing is in the future, it will be always cumulative. That is, next week, if I teach vector algebra, after that, when we keep exam, some progressions will be there, some inequalities will be there also. All right. Okay, we have some time. We can continue advanced material. What is there? Or